let me hit you with the September compromise right now. Here's my new idea. I've been wrestling with this for a long time and haven't really quite been able to nail it down. Then Petraeus came out yesterday, talked to Congress, General Petraeus, and said, hey, listen, by September I'll know. And I thought, you know what? And it clicked in my mind. I was like, that's it. You know what? Here's what the Democrats should do. They should make a compromise with the Republicans in Congress, because Bush is going to veto this bill that they've now passed that says, hey, withdrawal starting in October, right? So they should say to the Republicans, once he vetoes it, here's the new compromise. You get till September, and that's it. You know, you always want 6 more months, 6 more months, 6 more months, right? This is the last 6 months. And if by September you haven't met definitive goals, not nebulous, not we think we're making progress, not John McCain pretends we're making progress, not the generals come in here and tell us everything's going to be all right like it's been the last 4 years, right? No. You need to, A, make sure that there's an Iraqi oil sharing deal. B, make sure that the local elections and the constitution in Iraq get reformed as they're supposed to. C, make sure that the Sunnis are invited back into the government through ending the de-Baathification program. If you don't do these 3 things, the Shiites and the Sunnis in Iraq will never live peacefully together. They just won't do it. So that our whole surge and escalation in troops, the whole thing's a waste of time. And D, you need to bring the violence down. You need to do that quickly and show us real progress. And when I say real progress, now I know that you can't nail it down to exact numbers, but in the ballpark of violence against civilians and military, civilian and military deaths, down by 50% from the beginning of the surge to 6 months, which is actually August 14th, because this quote-unquote surge started on February 14th. But I give you an extra 2 weeks, because I'm merciful, okay? And in September 1st, if either you've reached all these goals or you're done, okay? Now, the Republicans, what are they going to come out and say? Nope, not enough. Nope. Ahead of time, we're going to tell you 6 months isn't going to do it. We need a year. We need 18 months. We need 2 years. Look, they can say that. But I'm telling you, you take this to the American people, and the American people are going to say, that's reasonable, and if the Republicans don't agree to it, we'll find congressmen and senators in 2008 that will agree to it.
Well, you know, Petraeus met with members of the Senate and House yesterday, met with members of Congress yesterday, and, you know, he didn't give it a lot of specifics, and in fact, it doesn't appear to have changed anybody's mind on either side of the aisle. But one of the things Petraeus said was, I'll come back, I'll have more information in September.
No. You'll have the final information in September. Either you have results or you're done, and we start withdrawal in October. See, here's the thing. It's a win-win for everybody. Because, you know where I stand. I think we broke Iraq. I think we own Iraq. I think we need to fix Iraq, right? Now, unfortunately, we have a 1,000% incompetent president that has no idea how to do that. So then that forces our hand into, unfortunately, a situation where we're likely to withdraw. But I'm still willing to give it one last chance, but not one last chance after that. Okay, it's gone 4 years. So when Republicans say, 6 months isn't enough, if they say that, no, it hasn't been 6 months. It's been 4 long years. It's going to be 4 years, 4.5 years by the time you get to September.
They'll, of course, say to that argument about September, and I don't pretend that we should necessarily pay attention to what they'll say about it, that's a deadline right there. The enemy will just wait until September.
Okay, great. If they're waiting, then you're going to win because the violence is going to go down by 50% and you're going to get more time. Because, look, here's why it's a win-win. Because if the violence does go down by 50% and the Iraqis do strike those deals, then there actually is hope.
Yeah.
Okay? Then maybe we can keep them together. And it doesn't mean Iraq will be roses and flowers and everything will be hunky-dory and we'll all hold hands and sing and skip to the rainbow. But it does mean the thing that we absolutely shattered, we might be to help to put it together a little bit. And I'm willing to take that one last shot till September. Even though I know it sounds foolish to a lot of you guys to give these Republicans any more last chances.
You know, I essentially think that the Democratic plan is your plan, and I think you phrased it in a way that might be better. But, I mean, in general, there's nothing wrong with the fact of the matter is we're not morons in this country, and if we're starting to withdraw in October and there's some breakthrough before then, well, then we'll reconsider because we don't want to disrupt what is actual progress. What the Democrats would be saying under this is you have till October to show real progress.